queue to ask questions. So with that, we'll start with a question or an opening statement from Coach Drinkwitz.
Yeah, didn't play well enough on the road to give ourselves an opportunity to beat a top 10 team. There's no excuse for it. Didn't play well enough offensively. Weren't able to control the line of scrimmage defensively. We had a couple of busted coverages. They had 3 straight possessions there where they scored before half. It really put the game in doubt. And, offensively we had a bunch of drops. So got to improve, got to get a lot better. And I'll open up for questions.
All right, first one comes from Peter Baugh. Peter?
Yeah, Eli, what, I guess from your perspective, kind of happened there at the end of the first half? Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really know. I was watching. My eyes were on the ball. We played the ball. Ball was knocked away. I started running in and saw one of their coaches on our hash yelling at our guys, and then I saw more of their players join in. Then our players joined in, and we got to keep our guys from joining in. We got to keep our guys from the sideline. It's an ugly scene. It's an ugly scene for football. It's an ugly scene for college football, and I'm not proud of it. And I don't know who started it, but we got to figure it out. We got to get it fixed. Like I said, it's disappointing. I'm not for that at all. And I don't know why they were running over to our hash. I have no idea what even kinda they were yelling about. So we'll take a look at the film. But then I'm sure we'll find out more tomorrow when we watch the tape. Film doesn't lie.
Gabe DeArmond from Power Mizzou. Gabe?
Yeah, Eli, I wonder if you could share any of your conversation with Coach Mullen after the game. I don't know if it was related to the halftime stuff or not.
Yeah, I just said, figure out what happened. It wasn't exactly pleasant at halftime, so just trying to figure out what happened and see if we can get it fixed. I thought both sides did a nice job in the second half and not letting it bleed over to the second half.
Mitchell 40, Power Mizzou.
Eli, wasn't able to sustain many drives until late in the game there. I'm curious what kind of issues was it more execution or based or combination?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the tape. They were giving us fits up front. We weren't able to convert third downs. Obviously we had the fumble right before half that really put us. But, we dropped the touchdown to start the second quarter, which would have put us up 14, 14-6 or something right there. And we got to take advantage of those situations on the road. We had 4 new starters with the offensive line today, and they did a nice job creating confusion. So 4 new starters, 3 new starters with the offensive line. 3, yep.
Eric Lum, Eric?
Eli, speaking of the offensive line, when you have a group that hasn't had a lot of other or chemistry, and you're playing against an experienced defensive line, is this kind of just the game you expected, or how did the result kind of rely on the offensive line to do better?
I got to do better. It's my job to call plays that we can execute. It's my job to put us in a situation to be successful offensively, and I didn't do that tonight. So that's bottom line. That's on me, and we got to work hard to get it fixed. It is what it is. That's COVID 2020. So, we got who we got.
Dave Matter from the Coach.
Eli, you mentioned the drops. Think of the way that Connor played against this defense on the road.
Wasn't good enough. So, wasn't good enough in any phase. Wasn't good enough at quarterback, O-line, wideout, quarterback, head coach. Wasn't good enough. We, didn't score enough points, didn't sustain drives, didn't stay on the field on third down, had a critical 2 fumbles. So we got to improve, and that's what we'll do. But wasn't good enough by anybody.
Peter Baugh, Athletic. Peter?
Yeah, Eli, what kind of marked the downfield attempt? I don't think there were any long pass attempts during the game.
We threw one on the start of the second quarter that went about 60 yards in the air, and we dropped it. So first third down of the game, we threw a 9 ball to the boundary and missed it. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Kyle Pinnell from the Mizzou.
Eli, against LSU, you guys had turnovers that didn't really hurt the outcome. Tonight, they did change the game. How much of a focus were you guys putting on those turnovers during this bye week and in preparing for your next game?
Yeah, ton. We don't turn the football over. We got a chance to help our defense and play good football, and we're not doing that. We're putting our guys in bad positions. Our defense played their butt off in the first half, and shouldn't have happened. So, got to focus on it.
Max Baker from Missouri and Max.
Yeah, Coach. What did you think? Allowed Tony to have such success? You did.
You're cutting out. Can you say it again? I'm sorry, but
yeah, I said. What did you think allowed Tony to have such success today? In the receiving game, and then also, how did you feel you did against Kyle Pitts? I know you talked about them earlier in the week.
we didn't set good enough edges against Kendarius, and he was able to break tackles. I don't know. I don't have the individual stats. But I know in the first half when they were moving the ball down the field, they seemed to keep finding him. They had a critical third down where they threw it on him. So, at the end of the day, we didn't win, so we didn't do a good enough job defending anybody.
Reachie Parada from the Star. Go ahead.
Eli, I was just wondering, what was the conversation at halftime? Not just from scuffle or whatever, but just the way it ended between a fumble and the touchdown, and then them getting out to the lead and everything.
Yeah, we just lost our composure. And tried to get everybody settled down, and obviously we didn't do that because then they went out there and drove the length of the field and scored, and then we went 3 and out offensively, and so we had to do a better job getting our team under control and adjusting for halftime.
Jack Sobel from the Manager. Go ahead.
Coach, from your perspective, what went wrong at the end of the first half? Not with the fight, but with the 2 touchdowns for Tony and the fumble where it kind of snowballed out of control for you guys.
Yeah, we got into a 3rd and 1 situation. We tried to tempo them, and they held us up. And, looked like our left tackle got beat across the face with a defensive stunt. And so the tailback was trying to jump cut at the same time that the quarterback was trying to pull it from the defensive end coming down the crash. And, when that happens, you got one guy pulling one way and one guy going the other. It's typically a fumble. So, we got to do a better job not allowing penetration and can't turn it over. And then we busted the coverage. Well, it looked like we went cover 3.
Dave Batter from the Post. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just going to ask if you had a good view if that was more on Tyler or O'Connor was trying to pull it there and it just bad timing.
Yeah, it was. We were Connor was definitely trying to pull it, and the problem is when you're making the jump cut 4 yards deep in the backfield, you're feeling like the quarterback is giving it, and he's really trying to pull it. So he's trying to clamp down on the ball and just create an issue.
All right, last one's going to come from Eric Blum.
Eli, I'm curious if you've been in a situation like what happened at halftime before and how you brought your team together, or what happened as a result of that in previous.
As a head coach, I experienced something like that in 2013 at Western Kentucky. I thought our team did a nice job of not retaliating or doing anything in the second half, but obviously we didn't have the focus that we needed to in order to come back to win. So got to work on it.
All right, guys, we're going to bring the players in here in a